Okay, so you probably think you know this instrument, right? But what if I told you it's hiding a secret superpower for your brain? That's what we're digging into today. We're going to look at the accordion, but through the eyes of neuroscience, to figure out why it might just be one of the best brain workouts you could ever do.
Yeah, I know, we all have those brain training apps on our phones, but forget about those for a second. What if the most powerful, complete workout for your mind wasn't an app at all, but this? This bellows-driven, kind of quirky instrument. It sounds a little out there, I get it, but trust me, the science behind this is seriously cool.
Look, when you hear the word accordion, your mind probably jumps straight to folk music, maybe some traditional dances, right? And hey, that's a huge part of its charm for sure, but it's time we peel back that layer. Because what researchers are finding is that beneath that stereotype is an incredibly powerful tool for making our brains, well, better.
It's not just about the music. Playing the accordion is this amazing full-body, full-mind experience. Think about it. It's this complex dance between the physical act of playing, the mental power it takes to remember the notes, and the pure emotion of the music. That mix, that unique combination, it lights up your brain in a way that almost nothing else can.
Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to go from the big picture to the microscopic. Let's step inside what I like to call the neurological gymnasium and see what's really going on with your brain cells when those bellows start moving.
The multitasking here it's just off the charts. Seriously, an accordion player is basically a one-person orchestra. You've got the right hand flying across the keyboard with the melody. Meanwhile, the left hand, it's not just playing bass notes and chords, it's also controlling the bellows, the literal breath of the instrument. That level of coordination is like a supercharger for your brain's wiring.
And all of that intense multitasking leads directly to this, neuroplasticity. It's a fancy word, but it's a simple, incredible idea. It's your brain's ability to literally change itself, to rewire its own connections based on what you do. And let me tell you, a super complex activity like playing the accordion, that's one of the absolute best ways to build new, stronger pathways in your brain.
So here's the breakdown of the full workout you're getting. First, you're hitting memory hard, learning and recalling all those musical structures. Then, you're maxing out your concentration, focusing on every single note, rhythm, and movement. Third, you're building up these amazing spatial skills, knowing where your fingers are without even looking. And finally, you're fostering creativity. That's your emotional expression. It really is like a 4-in-1 cognitive superset.
Okay, so we've seen the nuts and bolts, the pure mechanics of the brain workout. But that doesn't explain everything, does it? How does all that firing of neurons translate into something we can all relate to? Emotion. Why does this instrument have the power to make us feel so much?
Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is this little molecule right here, dopamine. You've probably heard of it. It's the feel-good hormone. When you listen to music you love, your brain's reward system just lights up, flooding you with dopamine and that feeling of pleasure. And the accordion? It turns out it's an absolute master at flipping that switch.
And a big reason why it's so good at it is right here in this quote. That sound, that breath-like quality that comes from the bellows, it gives the music an almost human voice. Think about it. It can sigh, it can weep, it can shout with joy. It mimics human emotion, and that connects with us on this really deep, primal level. It makes the music feel intensely personal.
So it's really no surprise that this music can actually feel, well, therapeutic. The idea is pretty simple, right? The right kind of accordion music can help you manage your emotions. Need to unwind? A slow, soothing waltz can lower your stress. Need a pick-me-up? A fast, lively polka can totally lift your mood. It's a surprisingly powerful and simple tool for your own well-being.
And hey, this isn't just for those of us listening. Imagine being the one playing. That physical act, being completely immersed in making the music, it can be almost meditative. It becomes this incredible channel for your own feelings, a way to tell your story without saying a single word. It's a powerful, cathartic release.
All right, let's pull the camera back one last time. We've looked at the effect on a single brain, on a single person's emotions. But the accordion's power doesn't stop there. It scales up, weaving itself into the social fabric of entire communities, of entire cultures. And don't think for a second this is some niche instrument. No way! The accordion is a global phenomenon. I mean, just look at this. You've got the passionate tangos of South America, the soulful folk tunes of Eastern Europe, the vibrant, energetic music of Mexico. It's a cornerstone of culture all across the planet.
And this is how it does it. This is how it builds those communities, note by note.
It's the music you dance to at weddings. It's the sound of festivals and celebrations. It creates these deep, shared memories that tie people together. It's a tradition that gets passed down from generation to generation, becoming this living, breathing piece of a family's history.
So where do we go from here? The instrument itself has been around for a long time, but the science is brand new. We're really just at the beginning, with researchers starting to unlock all these secrets using some absolutely incredible modern tech.
I mean, check out this timeline. It shows just how far we've come. Back in the 70s, all we could really do was watch how people behaved. Then in the 90s, we got EEG, which let us see the brain's electrical buzz. But now, with fMRI, we can watch blood flow in the brain in real time. We can literally see someone's brain light up while they listen to accordion music. How cool is that?
And having these new tools means we can start asking some really big, exciting questions. Like, can we measure exactly how much the accordion improves neuroplasticity? Could we use it to create new kinds of therapies for emotional health? What about helping people recover from a brain injury? The future possibilities here are just immense.
So, this all brings us to the big takeaway. The accordion? It's way more than just a musical instrument. It's stepping off the dance floor and out of the concert hall, and it's walking right into the science lab as a powerful tool for our brains and our emotional health.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. If this one instrument, one that's so often overlooked, holds this entire universe of benefits for our brains and hearts, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What secrets, what power, what memories are hiding in your favorite song?